Hey guys, in this workout Wednesday we're going to go through some simple dumbbell exercises to help improve your strength for golf. So we're going to include 4 exercises that you can progressively overload over time, okay, to improve your strength. And we're going to include a few exercises you don't have to necessarily progressively overload, or that don't lend themselves as easy to progressive overload, okay, but that are relevant for golf, okay, for a bit more maybe lateral force, as well as mobility and power too. Here we go. So we're going to start with a dumbbell deadlift, and we're going to do a suitcase deadlift here. Okay, so we're going to start with hip width stance. Dumbbells by the sides, nice tall posture to start. Push your bum backwards, little bend in the knees. Okay, nice your back posture, standing up nice and tall. So bum back, bend the knees, nice control down, and then straight up. Okay, and 1. So if anything, couple of seconds down, and then 1 second up. Finish it with the hands about mid shin, okay, or where you start to lose posture. So if you start to lose posture, hands about the knees, and you're just losing that posture there, okay, then that's maybe as far as you go to begin with. Working on maintaining that good posture, maybe with some other different exercises or mobility drills, okay. Otherwise, okay, great one for strengthening around the back, hamstrings, bum, back, great for golfers, okay, for improving that sort of strength around the posterior chain. Next up, we're going to do a split squat. So dumbbells in hand, big step backwards, okay, just onto your toes, knee down towards the ground and then standing back up. In this bottom position, okay, fairly vertical, front shin, knee just above the ground. Well, again, wherever's comfortable, hopefully just a couple of inches from the ground. Fairly tall upper body, nice tall upper body, you have a slight forward lean, absolutely fine. Okay, just up and down on the spot, loading up, okay, quads, glutes, also great for this sort of frontal plane stability as well. Good for that sort of single leg loading during the golf swing. So we're going to do an incline bench press, okay, so one for sort of chest and shoulders. Now the chest, one of the most active muscles during the downswing, also shoulders, one of the most injured parts for golfers, so important to strengthen these areas. So dumbbells above shoulders, okay, coming down and out, okay, and then up and in. Nice control on the way down, a couple of seconds down, 1 second back up and in, okay. Making sure nice control movement throughout. Dumbbells staying above the elbow. Not too high with the elbow, also not too tucked, okay, to turn it into more of a tricep exercise. So somewhere in between can be a nice position for the shoulders, okay. So a bit of chest, shoulders, triceps being worked there. Next up, we're going to pop onto our chest from the bench and do a bench row. We're going to do elbows in, so a little bit of lats, but also upper back as well. We could do elbows out, which would just really target the upper back, but elbows in for this one. So, pop it onto your chest. I'm going to have my chin just off the top here. So, grabbing hold of the dumbbells, okay. Rowing in towards the sides, okay, pinching shoulder blades back together in the stop position, back down under control. So 1 second up, nice control on the way down. Not coming up towards here, okay, so keeping the elbows tucked in, coming back towards this position, so the top of the dumbbell coming towards my shoulder, okay. So elbow tucked in here, then back down under control, okay, with both sides, okay. Great one working the back, really important muscles, really important also for shoulder health and strength. For the golf swing. So next up, we're going to do a sideways lunge. I'm going to use one of these dumbbells to hold whilst I do this. So we're going to take a big step to the side, okay, squat down this leg and then stand back up, okay, load into the side, so loading the quad, glute, okay, feeling the stretch on the inside of this leg. Staying as straight as you can. If you need to, you can have a little bend in the elbow, in the knee. Otherwise, stepping up together, so loading into this side, then pressing back off, okay. Good one for strengthening around these muscles too for golfers, but also practicing that single leg loading, okay, driving off from this position, similar sort of forces maybe during the golf swing, turning through, pressing this way, as well as maybe this way, so that lateral force, so loading up, squatting down, aiming to get nice and low, sinking nice and low, or at least where you can maintain good form and your mobility will allow you. So we're going to do dumbbell push press for power. So I'm going to pop dumbbells onto my shoulders, feet about hip width apart. I'm just going to dip down just a little bit and then press straight back up into like a cheating shoulder press, back down to under control to my shoulders, and then go again. So look something like this, little dip and drive. As if we were trying to jump the weights up and use the legs as much as possible. And a great one for transferring that force from the lower body through the core into the arms, okay? Lastly, we're going to do one for the upper back, okay? We're going to do some reverse flies. We're going to take somewhat of a sort of putting and posture, exaggerated putting posture, which would be similar to the deadlift posture here. Okay, so facing all the way down towards the ground, long straight back posture. Okay, dumbbells in hand, we're going to go out nice and wide, and then back down under control. In this top position, pinching your shoulder blades back together, and then back down under control. Okay, nice control movement throughout this, working upper back, back of the shoulders. Okay, also good for lower back as well. So good practice for good posture, but also good strength and stability around the shoulder blades and upper back. So really important for good shoulder motion and movement during the golf swing. So to progressively overload, okay, the strength training exercises that we did at the beginning. Choose a number of sets, okay, so for example 3 sets, choose a number of reps, so it could be 6, it could be 8, it could be 10 reps, okay, and then look to increase the weight you use each week. So if you did a couple of sessions a week and you managed to do 3 sets of 10, okay, successfully with good form, for example on the dumbbell deadlift, then next week, okay, add an extra couple of kilograms, okay, and then do the same, 3 sets of 10, okay, with good form for a couple of sessions, then add some weight for the next week. Then once you've done that for say 2 or 3 weeks, maybe look at adding some load at 3 sets of 8. And then once you've done that for a few weeks, maybe looking to add some load at 3 sets of 6. Okay, before you know it, that's 6, 8, 10 weeks of progressive overload, and then you can mix in those other last three that we did for relevant movement, extra volume, extra work in parts of the body that need it for golf, or specifically for what you need as well. So you might vary those other 3, but the first 4 keeping the same to progressively overload, okay, and improve your strength over time with those. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel.